AI-driven multilingual virtual beings for South Korea's global outreach. South Korea stands at the forefront of a technological revolution that promises to reshape how nations engage globally through artificial intelligence. The emergence of multilingual AI virtual beings represents a strategic convergence of South Korea's technological prowess, cultural soft power, and diplomatic ambitions. These sophisticated digital entities are poised to transform the country's approach to international trade, educational exports, and diplomatic engagement over the next 2 decades. South Korea's commitment to developing multilingual AI avatars is deeply rooted in its national AI infrastructure and policy framework. The country's emphasis on sovereign AI infrastructure, including computing centers and local large language models like Hyperclover X, establishes the technological foundation necessary for domestic multilingual avatar deployment. This strategic approach ensures that South Korea maintains control over its AI capabilities while reducing dependency on foreign AI providers. The regulatory environment supporting this initiative is equally robust. The AI Basic Act, effective from January 2026, provides a comprehensive framework for AI governance that mandates transparency for generative AI systems and establishes clear obligations for AI providers. This legislation, combined with the work of the National AI Committee launched in September 2024, creates a structured approach to AI deployment that balances innovation with safety and ethical considerations. The integration of multilingual virtual beings into South Korea's trade networks represents a paradigm shift in how businesses, particularly small and medium enterprises, SMEs, engage with global markets. These cross-language virtual sales agents enable SMEs to maintain 24/7 engagement with international clients, effectively eliminating time zone constraints and language barriers that have traditionally hindered Korean companies' global expansion. The practical applications are already demonstrating significant potential. Korean companies can deploy AI avatars trained on bilingual natural language processing to attend virtual trade shows, negotiate with foreign partners across ASEAN and European markets, and onboard distributors without requiring physical presence or extensive human resources. This capability is particularly transformative for companies in less accessible regions of South Korea, allowing them to compete on a global scale with minimal overhead costs. The European Union-Korea Digital Partnership further enhances these opportunities by establishing interoperable AI frameworks that facilitate seamless integration of Korean avatars into global markets. This collaboration ensures that South Korean virtual beings can operate effectively within international commercial environments while maintaining compliance with diverse regulatory requirements. South Korea's education sector presents perhaps the most promising arena for multilingual virtual being deployment. The Ministry of Education's substantial investment of $69 million by 2026 in AI-powered learning infrastructure, including the rollout of AI digital textbooks and the establishment of over 6,000 AI-equipped classrooms, creates an ideal environment for avatar integration. The IT Initiative for Personalized AI-Powered Learning, which began rolling out in March 2025, serves as a foundation that could evolve into sophisticated multilingual tutoring avatars. These virtual educators would serve not only Korean students, but also global learners, extending South Korea's educational influence internationally. The country's commitment to developing 10,000 AI professionals annually and expanding graduate programs in artificial intelligence ensures a robust, talent pipeline capable of designing and maintaining high-quality language models and avatar systems. Institutions like Hankook University of Foreign Studies could leverage embedded avatars to facilitate language, culture, and trade education on an international scale. These virtual teachers would provide personalized instruction across multiple languages while maintaining cultural sensitivity and educational effectiveness. The potential for these systems extends beyond traditional classroom settings, enabling South Korea to export its educational expertise through avatar-based platforms that can adapt to local curricula while maintaining Korean pedagogical approaches. The establishment of an AI diplomacy division within South Korea's Ministry of Foreign Affairs signals a strategic commitment to integrating artificial intelligence into diplomatic practice. This initiative focuses on global AI governance while exploring how AI avatars can serve as cultural ambassadors, virtual consuls, and interpreters, thereby enhancing South Korea's soft power and global influence. Hyper-realistic avatars will support diplomatic efforts by providing culturally sensitive communication across language barriers. These virtual beings can facilitate inter-Korean dialogue and broader regional peacebuilding efforts by serving as digital humans that foster mutual understanding and act as cultural bridge builders. The potential for these applications extends to international forums, where Korean avatars could represent national interests while demonstrating technological leadership. The integration of multilingual avatars into South Korea's cultural diplomacy strategy leverages the success of Hallyu, or the Korean Wave, by extending cultural reach through digital means. Virtual K-cultural ambassadors could participate in major international events like Cannes, World Expos or ASEAN summits, presenting Korean culture in multiple languages while maintaining authentic cultural representation. These applications would amplify the impact of real-world cultural initiatives while reducing logistical constraints. The technical foundation for South Korea's multilingual virtual beings rests on significant advances in avatar generation, natural language processing, and embodied artificial intelligence. ITRI's breakthrough technology can create hyper-realistic AI avatars from a single portrait, complete with precise lip synchronization and expressive facial movements. This capability enables rapid deployment of culturally appropriate avatars that can represent South Korean identity across diverse global contexts. Advanced multilingual natural language processing capabilities, including ITRI's speech recognition technology supporting 24 languages such as Korean, English, Chinese, and Arabic, provide the linguistic foundation necessary for effective cross-cultural communication. The development of large-scale Korean language models like Polyglot co-enhances non-English language model performance, improving nuanced understanding and contextual awareness across multiple languages. The emerging integration of vision language embodied AI through initiatives like ITRI's ViLab and the K-Humanoid Alliance targeting a 2028 launch represents the evolution from screen-based virtual interactions to physical robotic agents. This progression toward embodied interaction will enable face-to-face multilingual engagement in contexts such as tourism, retail, and elder care, significantly expanding the practical applications of virtual beings. The deployment of multilingual virtual beings positions South Korean companies for enhanced competitiveness in global markets, particularly in content exports and educational technology. The success of platforms like Kanda, which originated in Korea, and now reaches 8 million monthly active users with 85% from overseas markets including Vietnam, Indonesia, and Thailand, demonstrates the international demand for localized AI-powered educational tools. Virtual K-pop groups like Mave and Nevis, which perform in multiple languages including English, French, and Bahasa, illustrate the commercial potential of multilingual virtual entertainers. These digital performers provide immediate global fan engagement while showcasing Korean cultural content, creating new revenue streams and strengthening cultural export capabilities. The integration of AI-enhanced content creation, including virtual idols and AI-generated entertainment, strengthens the global influence of Hallyu while driving creative innovation. Multilingual virtual beings can serve as spokes-characters, brand ambassadors, and educational influencers, enabling real-time dubbing and cultural adaptation that increases market reach and cultural resonance. South Korea's approach to integrating multilingual virtual beings follows a carefully structured phased implementation strategy. The foundational planning phase from 2025 to 2027 focuses on establishing governance frameworks based on the AI Basic Act and preparing digital infrastructure through continued investment in AI-equipped classrooms and public platforms. The integration and capacity building phase from 2027 to 2030 emphasizes public-private partnerships between government agencies, educational institutions, and technology companies to scale avatar systems across thousands of schools and public service locations. This phase includes expanding AI voucher programs to encourage SME adoption of multilingual virtual agents and integrating avatars into digital government platforms. The scale-up and optimization phase from 2030 to 2035 targets nationwide adoption across all educational institutions and public administration services while establishing national standards for avatar interoperability with domestic and international systems. The final innovation and global leadership phase from 2035 to 2045 focuses on exporting Korean-made virtual beings to global markets and positioning avatars as diplomatic tools in embassies and international forums. South Korea's strategic approach to ensuring global interoperability of its multilingual avatars involves active participation in international standardization bodies and regional cooperation initiatives. The Ministry of Trade, Industry and Energy's AI Standardization Strategy Roadmap aims to influence key global standards for AI safety evaluation, lightweight modeling, and maturity models while ensuring compatibility with international frameworks. Korea's participation in ISO/IEC JTC1/SC42, the core international standards body for artificial intelligence, ensures that Korean requirements for multilingual avatars, including natural language processing, fairness and context handling, are reflected in global standards. The country's hosting of APEC AI Standards Dialogues and the International AI Standards Summit positions South Korea as a global hub for interoperable, responsible AI development. The implementation of authentication protocols through initiatives like EMAS for metadata and authenticity helps combat disinformation while building international trust in Korean avatar systems. These protocols enable Korean avatars to operate across diverse global platforms, while maintaining verifiable identity and secure communication capabilities. The challenge of cultural adaptation while preserving national identity represents a critical aspect of South Korea's multilingual virtual beings strategy. The country's success in exporting K-pop, television dramas, and virtual influencers through the Hallyu model provides a proven framework for cultural resonance that blends shared values with distinctive Korean identity. Virtual beings can adopt this approach by presenting relatable narratives while embedding subtle Korean cultural markers including food, customs, and aesthetics. This strategy aligns with South Korea's polycentric public diplomacy approach that actively engages both private and public cultural agents in representing national interests abroad. The success of hyper-realistic Korean virtual influencers like Rosie and Apoki, who have gained recognition both domestically and internationally, demonstrates that global audiences accept culturally rooted virtual beings when they display authentic human-like characteristics and cultural charisma. The key lies in maintaining transparency about AI nature while clearly communicating cultural origins to prevent misrepresentation and build international trust. South Korea's industries demonstrate varying levels of readiness for multilingual AI virtual being integration. The education sector shows high infrastructure readiness with substantial government investment in AI classrooms and digital textbooks, though adaptation challenges remain due to mixed educator attitudes and concerns about digital skills gaps among teachers. Parental concerns about screen time and AI reliability have necessitated adjustments to deployment schedules, highlighting the importance of building public trust. The media and entertainment sector demonstrates strong readiness with early adoption already evident through companies like SM Entertainment's deployment of hybrid avatar idols integrated with storytelling frameworks. Government support through XR and metaverse funding, combined with Seoul's Metaverse Seoul initiative, provides substantial backing for creative digital ecosystems. Government institutions possess the strongest foundation for avatar adoption, with South Korea's top global ranking in e-government services and decades of IT-driven public service delivery. The Digital Government Master Plan emphasizes smart services and virtual assistants, while the AI Framework Act provides necessary oversight and privacy guidelines for public-facing avatar deployment. The convergence of technological advancement, regulatory framework development, and cultural export capabilities positions South Korea to lead a global transformation in multilingual virtual being deployment. Over the next 2 decades, these capabilities will enable South Korea to dominate educational technology exports by offering avatar-based personalized learning across Asia and beyond, expand trade relationships with non-English speaking nations through multilingual virtual assistants, and reinvent diplomacy through remote consular services and digital missions. The strategic integration of multilingual AI avatars represents more than technological innovation. It embodies South Korea's vision of leveraging artificial intelligence to extend national influence, enhance economic competitiveness, and strengthen cultural diplomacy. By maintaining focus on sovereignty, interoperability, and cultural authenticity, South Korea is positioned to establish itself as a global leader in the next generation of international engagement through AI-driven multilingual virtual beings. The success of this initiative will depend on continued investment in domestic AI infrastructure, maintenance of international standards compliance, and careful balance between technological advancement and cultural sensitivity. As South Korea moves forward with this ambitious strategy, the country stands to redefine how nations project soft power and engage in global commerce, education, and diplomacy in the digital age.